Yes. Hey, I'm gonna leave this going for a second, but I gotta take this call real quick. Yes. What's going on, man? Looking at the NASDAQ. And our job as money flow traders figure out what stage we're in. There are gray areas. He says first, yeah. But don't go crazy. Don't watch all of it, man. I do this stuff on Twitter just to practice talking in like speech or message form. You know, if you don't practice it, it's you're not going to be good at it. I mean, like anything else in life, right? And what live allows you to do is, if it wasn't good, you can just be like, well, shit, it's over now. You know what I mean? And we can do that in trading too. We get to practice, man. And we want to be in a state always of asking ourselves, what is this? The moment you catch yourself in the prediction mode, that's fine, but you're not in the money flow mode, because we don't know. The only predicting that I know is that stock market goes up over time, Hold on. So NASDAQ's pretty bullish right now. He said it was top 9. I got to work on the audio. I wasn't in a sound room, and then I was for part of it. And again, practicing in front of people. Like, you just fuck it up. I mean, if it's too bad, maybe you put, you wait. But if it ain't too bad. Let's bring out Instagram. All right, yes. So what we got here, this is the this is the Dow Jones, the DIA. Dow Jones is made up of 30 stocks. We all know what they are. There's the previous high. There's the previous low. Okay? That's what we're looking at. Previous high, previous low. And from that, we can start to construct the money flow. We got a pivot low, and this is our pivot high. There's zero reason to be bearish here. This is a breakout underway. Now, you can always go find data and inputs to cater to that other side of that ego. And look where it stopped when it fell, where it stopped before. It's not exact. It's a box, right? Like, these things are boxes. See? It's a box. Look over here. I mean, that one went all the way over. So we see it hitting in multiple places, right? And we know this is the low. That's the pivot. you got to be able to identify these pivots. So when you hit a chart like this, you know, you got to start seeing the pivots, man. Just start drawing them. There's one. There's one. Like, you start with the current one. That's it. Probably here. You might, I would call this another wave. And you say why? Because it went above the 20. So that's a tiny money flow, you know, up, over, down, and then what? Up, over, you know, over. There's the box. Not all boxes are going to be pretty, and then some are super pretty and super tight, and that's where the nuances of the moving averages and the indicators help us. So when you see the MACD roll over, that's just saying that right now the weight of the move is to the downside. How far is it going to go? Probably where it was before. And what I mean by that is these zones of boxes. And so we had boxes, you know, this was a box. You can see that, right? Well, those shit portrays across. And the next one does. And so as it goes down, it's going to stop at those. As it goes up, it's going to stop at them and then maybe break through them. And when it breaks through them, then on the way back down, it's, you know, previous resistance turns into support. So, and even that's not predictive, man. That's just helping you make sense out of what you're seeing. So when you see this right there, you should fully anticipate that it's going to go the other way. But we don't know that. So that doesn't mean it's tradable action. It may be tradable in the sense that I've made a bunch of money, so let me downsize because what? It's going. Where's your confirmation? Right there. And if you're looking at the money flow, what is it? Come on, man. Come on, man. So, top of the morning from LA. Can you pull the ETH chart up? Let's see. We'll look at the ETH. We know where ETH is, right? We know what ETH is doing. It's down. It's a big stage 1. Could very easily turn into a stage 4. The little thing you got going on with Ethereum here is you got a couple overlaps. See that? See that? That was a box. And that's where it stopped this time. You know, where it had stopped before. So it's like a little box building here. So as of right now, I would call this a stage 1. But, you know, indicators moved down and price did not. There's divergence, right? But momentum's to the downside, man. So if you're in my group, I haven't texted anything. Why? Because I think we're sitting on a seesaw of uncertainty, and I need to be aware of that, you know. And there's no need to push anything. I can't make the market go up, you know. I have no control over the stock market. So I want to be smart, you know. And sometimes being smart is doing nothing, just watching it. So if this is a stage 1, you're buying the bottom. You know, but it could go down. Look, the RSI is not even extreme. So I would wait here, man. I wouldn't do shit. He says it's BTC breaking down. Let's see, is it breaking down according to the money flow? Okay, not your opinion. Your opinion doesn't mean shit, sir. Just so you know. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because you don't know actually. You don't know what it's going to do. You have no idea. So what I look to is this. And I look at this, and I don't make any prediction of direction. I just say, where is it right now? It's not a stage 3. It's been going down. Or is it going sideways? And so as I look at Bitcoin, what is it doing? Well, it's kind of doing both, to be honest. It's going down and going sideways. right? So we can see that move down. It's funny, it looks just like the pattern, and yet I wrote the pattern years and years ago. Right? Stage one. Now, over here, if I would have asked you, you'd say, man, it looks like Bitcoin's breaking down. Looks pretty weak to me. Right? Isn't that what that guy says right there? That looks pretty weak. Look at this guy right here. Man, Bitcoin's going down. And then what? Holds, 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 holds. And then that day, it's on the move. There you go. This box is confirmed. It was actually confirmed right there. But so now what is my opinion? Doesn't matter. Bitcoin is done. Don't be dummy. You don't know shit, sir. That's my point. I don't know either. Nobody does. That's a stage one. So the way you win this game is you're committed to a value play. So if you believe something is more valuable, then you buy these. And it runs up. And then what? When I see this, what do I think? Price is too high. It's probably going to come down. But I don't know that. I mean, it tried to break out again. All I can do is see what's actually happening. So down it goes. Everybody's like, well, I think you don't know shit. You have no idea. You're just saying it. You're just saying shit out of your mouth right now. You have no idea what's going to happen tonight. Chinese may decide to start buying. No idea. A fucking tweet from Elon saying we're now going to take Bitcoin in the employees' restroom just for girls under the age of 32. And Bitcoin will go up like 60,000%. Like, it's that easy to move it. So the idea that we would know, we don't have any idea. We're just guessing. Me too. You know, I mean, I got to remind myself that as I start trying to, I think this is going, you don't know that, man. So all I can do is buy stage ones. Is it. If I think Bitcoin's going higher, then, and I could show you this, your play is to just leave it alone and buy stage ones. And then leave it alone and buy stage ones. And then leave it alone. Your job is don't fuck it up. Just don't have an opinion. Just buy stage ones. You know, once you're convicted, it gets real easy like that. And I'm not saying you put the whole wad. Like, this is where people get backed up, man. You know, it may only be $100. Like, don't have so damn much that it's taking up space in your brain where you're like, I can't function straight anymore. Like this, like that. You got that going. You don't have balance inside your portfolio. You know, you got to have balance, and you can't have, all of your money on a penny stock. Like, you can't do that, man. You know, if you're going to do that, you got to diversify them, right? Where's Zynga? I'm going to wait. I've been adding. We had a legit signal here. Now we're just building a box. I'm going to wait. How do you know that a stage one isn't just a bigger stage four? Like, it keeps going down, the tower of all of it going down and more down. And then my girlfriend thinks of me in the lower level. And I don't feel good at all because my stock went down, went lower. Now I can't show screenshots because it's negative. Let's see. Or you buy the next stage one, sir. Buy this. The answer to that question is, what do you think the stock is worth? This is the answer. And if you say, I don't have any idea, I'm trading chart patterns, well, then you put a stop and you get out of it. There's your answer. What if? What if your renters don't pay you rent? Well, then don't buy the house. Fuck it. Like, let the what ifs keep you out. But yeah, we don't know. It's this. Look, that's a stage one. Guess what? That's a stage one. If we sell it here, was it okay to buy here? Was it? Because people act like it's not. So if I take you back on the Ford chart and I show you, and I can do this, I show you a stage one and go, hey, I'm buying some Ford. And then it starts to run and it comes down. You're like, Gerald, but what about Ford? I said, I know, stage one, I'm buying a little Ford. The difference is I have a price target. I think it's worth something fundamentally. So it's called work. You go read and you research and you find out what is the value of this company. And the moment you don't fucking believe that value, you have a different set of rules. So you have to ask yourself, what is my catalyst? Why am I buying the stock? If you're truly trading a momentum breakout, when it goes the opposite, you get out. If you're trading that one day sell it at what you think is a true value, then this becomes an opportunity. This becomes an opportunity because the game's played for here. That's different. That's how most people don't think of that as trading. They're in a casino. Like they're doing some video game in their head. This is mental masturbation. Like these in and out, in and out. Any good way to tell if other stocks in the sector or if similar stocks are also in quality stage ones? Yeah, bro. Google the similar stocks. So if you pull up, that's easy, man. Go look. I mean, don't take many Googles to find out. I mean, you put that into Morningstar or Yahoo Finance, it'll show you the 5 or 10 stocks that are in that sector that compete with them, whether it be a video game, an ambulance, a prison, a hotel, a Uber. Well, guess what? If there's Uber, there's Lyft. If there's Tesla, there's a bunch of others, right? That's the work part, man. That part, that's the work part. That's the work part. Everybody wants a filter. Give me a filter, Gerald. I don't want to read. Let's see. DocuSign. I think DocuSign got beat, dude. Here's the problem with DocuSign. Fundamentals. This is a box, though. But here's the problem with this. This is broken, dude. You can't trade. You can't play this. Not with any weight. This is broken. This stock will be down here for fucking months. This thing will whittle and wallow sideways. Barely move. This has to be fixed. It can't go up till this gets down here. That means days and days and days. These are moving averages. So each day, each bar adds one more tick. Takes 5 of them to move this. So each day a little new data point came in. And it's going to take time. It's going to be a while to fix that, man. That's a broken family. You mean your money's dead. You can buy some, and if you're swing trading it for a higher value and you think it's worth more, then you would look to accumulate, right? Minimum, we wait 3 days, never buy a stock. Let me help you here. This is worth the price of everything. Never buy a stock on day one of a big ass sell-off. Never. As a general rule, never do that. Never. You are not brilliant enough to even understand what the fuck just happened, or if that's possibly a good deal. You don't know. You haven't read it. You don't know what's going on there. You have to at least approach this with some sense of common sense. And that would tell you, do not buy this. Unless, I'm rephrase that. You do have knowledge. You are up on that. You do consider yourself more knowledgeable than most people. Then you rely on that skill set. But just because you know the name, that's a horrible idea. You wait 3 days at a minimum. That gives you 3 days to go read. And look, if you waited, look what happened. You're still getting it right there. Now, until it gets over this 5 day, I don't want anything to do with it. So I would wait. But that comes from doing this for a long time and watching charts. Watching charts. This is why I hate when you guys filter shit. Well, I'm a filter. You're losing experience by doing that. You should be able to find stocks on your own, through your own reading, through your own hunting. Shouldn't come up on a fucking list. I just don't buy into that. I don't. Now, as you're older and you want to filter your own stock, I get all that. I'm not talking that. I'm talking about a new guy coming in. Last thing he needs is filtering. He needs to work, man. Made that mistake with Wish. Just trade out of it. Now, if you own it, same thing. Don't add. Just wait. Wait. And I bet you what, rather than taking a loss here, I bet if you wait, this thing will come back up into 290. They'll have a little relief rally. Shorts will cover. It'll pull the price up. And you'd get out at a better price if you want it out, man. So always remember that too. You can trade your way out of a bad stock. Everybody wants to sell it and quit. And, I'm going to go buy a different stock. That one hurt my feelings. Or you could fucking use your skill set you've learned and trade your way out of it using patience and discipline, waiting for the trade to set up. Like, that's an option. As an option, you know, if the company's still viable, the company's still good. Now, if it's some crazy, crazy stuff, that ain't gonna work. Like, here's another one, HVTI. But now nobody wants to do the skill thing. Let's see, ATI, or the patient thing. Look at Activision. Look at that big drop. Sideways, came down. There's no breakout here. More bad news, right? So if I'm in this is me. If I'm position trading this, and I didn't say swing trading, say I'm position trading, I think it's worth $95. What does tip ranks have on this? So let's map out this trade. We don't need to look at DraftKings. Let's see. Also, understand the stock market does not like these type of stocks right now. What does that mean? It means the wind's at your back, is in your face. I mean, that's not the stock I'm looking for. ATVI. Why is it not coming up? Sorry, I was wrong ticker. They got $90. Now, it just got downgraded. So we got a Battlefield stock, right? Well, let's say you think it's worth just 84, not even 94, 84. Maybe you don't even think that. You think it's worth at least where it was up here. Shit. What is that? That's like 30, almost 40%. So I'm going to take a position. Stage one. What? I'm waiting. What? Taking a position, right? What am I doing? I'm waiting for this to play out. If it goes to break, I want to buy a little more. You know? So I'm waiting. They're trying to form a union, huh? Let's see. All right, man. Motherfuckers promoting other. Let's see. Hold on, where are we at on YouTube? See, there's no. We already know where square is. We know where PLTR is. PLTR is the stage one. We can see that in our brain, right? You don't need to even look at the chart. Once you're following it and you're on the money flow every day, right? You don't even need to look at it. You know where it's at. Yeah, look at that little box that's forming. Look at this. This is going higher. Now, I don't know, right? But look, these moving averages got to come together, man. Look, you can't do anything till they come together. And all that means is gives you a visual representation of price. That's all that's doing. It's not no magical roll of, rolling. I get people saying, well, I'm just going to use a moving average. It's not like that, man. There's more to it than that. This is the compression of price. So what you see as these come together isn't so much about that. It's about the numerical order of them. It's about where they're pointing. Right now, they're all still pointing down, right? Now, this tells me the momentum this is a completed move. Stage 1, 2, 3, right? 3, 4, what? Now 1. Could have thought that was a 1. So you bought a little. What if it goes down one more? All right. Is it possible it goes to $26? Well, let's go see. Is that a possibility? Could it go to $26? Been there before. They got a 23 target on it. They got a moderate sell. I like this even more. You say, why would you like it more? They might change their mind. Not looking good. But it's a stage 1. I would nibble. Mr. 428. Let's see. What's up, Blake? Gerald, keep it up, bro. Carlos. BHG. So they say Chris did that. Chris is rich, so this is probably what we should buy. Let's see. Bright Health Group. All right, I like it. So you see it, you see the flow, right? You see there's sell-off, way down. It's oversold. There's that day. There's your day you're looking for, or the box. We got at least 4, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. Boom, now we're above the 5. There's your buy signal. That's your first buy. And then today, you can still buy. It's at the same price as the breakout. Where's your target? Previous high. Right around in here. $7. I don't even know this stock. What is it? BHG. So let's see. Quick and dirty. BHG. What is this worth? Damn. $8. That's 100. That's 96. And if you're at Panda Express, they round you up to give money to the poor kids. I don't believe them. I tell them no. No. You're not going to fucking guilt me into giving you money, dude. Give me the noodles. I hate that stuff. They do that by your house. Would you like to give money to the poor kids from whatever? No. I would not. I'd rather buy Uber if you don't give me my fucking noodles. So this looks good. I hate it, man. I hate being shook down at the cash register. It's like a back-end sell, and I get nothing for it. You're just asking me for. I don't even know if you're giving it to kids. Can I see the books? You know, let me see the books. Let me see who you get. You know them. You know those dudes are taking credit for that. Oh, Panda gave X $1,000 to charity. No, you didn't. You rounded up orders. You didn't give shit. If you wanted to give, you would give and not mention it. They don't want to give. They want to give your money, not their money. Yeah, no shit. Ask them if they want to donate. Say, tell you what, do me a favor. I'm broke. Can I have lunch free? I bet they don't take that deal. So, yeah, this is interesting. BHG, man. I like it. I like it. You remember that commercial? B.F. Hutton? When so-and-so speaks, people listen. I don't know anything about this stock, so do a little research on it. But let's see. Where's open today? I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching today. There's too many. Look how these patterns are forming. I want to see that these lows are going to hold. Same thing. So this is a good one. This is a good spot. This is a solid stage one. Whenever I get the guy who starts complaining the stage one didn't work, you obviously don't understand the fucking money flow. Here's an option. You could study. There you go. Instead of crying, fucking study. Understand that stocks move. They move in a pattern. Stage one can turn into a 4. If that's going to cause you to abandon your conviction, then you got to use a stop loss. And then don't bitch about it when the stop loss gets hit. You're the one who put it in. I get that complaint a lot. People are like, oh man, my stops keep getting hit. Stop putting them in. And you're like, then damn, you put it in and it got activated. That's what you told it to do. So you're getting mad about something you told your stock to do. That don't even make sense, man. Well, I don't want my stops again. Well, then don't. All right. We just go around and around. So we need this to hold in here. Let's see. Did Hood hit an all-time low? Man, that stock is going down, dude. I'm in it. I don't have a full position. Fuck, where did we IPO at? Let's take it back. Man, I'm going to stay with this. We're buying it below the IPO price now. This is just dumb. Now, I'm going to take the other side of this one. So when you do a play like this, if you're staying with, like, you know, you could get stopped out, move aside and all that. There's all kinds of people that day traded their brains out of Netflix and Uber and all the, you know, and Tesla. They were in and out, in and out, in and out. Never got rich. They just simply held fucking Netflix. They'd probably be rich. So this is possibly one of those stocks. Like, this is a major new brokerage. Zillow is one of those kind of stocks. Roku is one of those type of stocks. You don't know. They're not all going to be that, but some are going to be that. And they're going to greatly reward people. Zillow's pulling back. I wouldn't even be worried on that. Still a stage 2. Matter of fact, I might be looking to add to it. Eman or block me. You say that like that would make me sad and depressed if you weren't here, sir. Yeah, stage 1. E-man. So, you know, you shouldn't, at least for me, I wouldn't be at a full trade size here. What do we think this is worth? We got the penny stocks in fashion again. Let's see. All right. This H.C. Wainwright, they follow a lot of these penny stocks. Got a $5 target on it. Now I'm going to block you after we went over your stock. Yeah, so there's some pennies. I mean, there's a bunch of these out there, man. DS is one that I'm building a position in. I am not selling out of this. I'm looking to add more. And I haven't added yet on this little sell-off here. But see if this level holds. I like this. This is a $5 stock. This is a $5 stock. AMC game. Really, bro? That's the only stocks we can come up with, the ones that are the most popular on the internet. Let's see. I like the Z-Man because that's not one most people are thinking about. Let's check some winners. UTSL. Let me help you. I got people quick to sell this because their other stocks are losing. So they're quick to sell. Don't do that. Don't sell fucking winners because you have losers. Get it? Don't start selling your winners early because you have losers. Don't let that shit get in your head. Oh, well, I'm not going to take this signal because the last one didn't work. Then good. Don't take the fucking signal. You don't have a system. You're just wasting our time. You're wasting your time, our time, everybody's fucking time. If you fear losing, you're actually not a trader. You're full of shit. It's what you are. Let's see. This is not selling time. It's not there yet. But people will do this. And then let's say it turns and goes down here. They'll be like, I knew I should have sold. All right, good. You don't have a system now. You just make it up as you go. The point of this is to systematize. So until this goes green, I'm not looking at selling any ore till it hits a previous high about in the middle, which we decided is about 36 and some change. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. But this and this is the difference in discipline. Not much. Not much of a difference. Right? What about over here? Can it go down to the stream? Yeah. Can it go up to the extreme? Yeah. I've done it a bunch of times. That's where it did it last time. So look at this. I mean, you see the pattern. You got 2 for 2. Those utilities are a fun trade. Yeah. So this is UTSL. I love this. This is a great one. Um, someone should respond to me. Why? Why should anybody respond to you? Let's see. Someone talk to me. No. Nobody wants to talk to you. Let's see. Who will teach me, please? Nobody. You have a dumb dog, so we're not going to teach you. Your dog is little fucking yappy dog. So no, nobody's talking to you and nobody's teaching you. So I would wait. Give this a minute, for real. I would give this a minute. All due respect to picking on her dog. Which I'm sure that's not a chick with a dog. Just so you guys know. Give this a minute. We're almost there. That's a fake profile, guys. Does Gerald have a Discord group? Yes, Angelo. You probably can't get in. You have to write an essay on why you're awesome. We only want awesome people in the group. And when you stop being awesome, I stop talking to you. So if you're awesome, we'd like to have you. Are you awesome? I didn't say you had to be a good trader. We'd make you a good trader. You just got to be an awesome person. That's what I'm looking for. Awesome people. People like, if I was ever near your house, I'm like, oh, dude, we got to stop. We got to stop. We got to talk to Joe. We got to talk to this guy. When F-King Apple dip, need to cover my puts. Bro, you put puts on Apple. Wow. That could possibly be the dumbest trade ever. Why would you put puts on Apple, bro? I only follow the money flow trading pattern, and I think that would be better than investing in economics degree to learn. Yeah, you probably make, I don't know. Dude, why would, I don't know, maybe you're selling puts you meant? Okay. I hope that's what you meant. Then it's not so dumb, but bro, you can't be short in this. This is a runaway, man. This is the greatest company ever. Apple's probably the greatest company ever. Like top 3 ever. You don't short that. That's like going betting against Tom Brady. I'm hoping I'm making funny and I misunderstood you. What? Love your thoughts on IQST. Well, I really don't know this stock. IQST. That's terrible, sir. Come on, man. Look at this shit. IQST. Now, it's a cardiac machine, man. This is a day trader stock, dude. This is a pump and dump. You know what a pump and dump looks like? Periodically, it has big runs. And a guy like me that has a shit ton of followers put it in their newsletter and they pump it and then it gets dumped. And they wait on this and then they short it. And they let it drift down and people forgot about it and then they do that game again. And you'll see them by these big pops. These kind of stocks you'll see in newsletters and things like that. Just shitty pump and dump. 50-cent stocks. Autobots will be talking about it. No real money owns this. This is just nonsense. Let's see. So you got a chance to talk to me and you asked me about nonsense. It's part of my day. It's just avoiding nonsense. Just like not taking it in my brain. Trying to avoid nonsense. Just all day long. Try to avoid nonsense. Look at gives me heart participation. Yeah. Oh shit. Let's see. Let's see. I only like crypto market. Enjoy liquidity mining. Look at this nonsense. You go to this guy's account. It's complete gibberish. Let's pull your account up, sir. It's not going to let me because I'm on live. It's not letting me. Okay, here we go. Let's pull your account up, sir. Looks a lot about liquidity mining. You don't look like a miner, sir. Well, it is in Spanish, so maybe I just don't understand it. Let's see. Does Gerald think TMS respects the money flow pattern? I'm looking to swing trade this because XLC, which is the communication sector, is low right now. That's because AT&T's in it too. And so is PayPal. XLC. That's the ETF that trades communications. Did he look like a? He didn't look like a miner to me. I know who you are when I go to your social media. When I go to a cop social media, there's cop shit. When I go to a teacher social media, there's teacher shit. When I go to a carpenter's, there's carpenter shit. And when you go to a things and all it is fucking partying, whatever you say you are is bullshit. That's not you. You're just partying. So when I go pull up your Instagram and I can look at it, I know within fucking seconds what you are. I can just flip through it. And I have people tell me, well, I don't post my bullshit. You post what you think about. So, let's see. We don't need to look at Zillow. Wasting our fucking time. We know what Zillow's doing. Stay home, dad. Stay at home, dad here. Well, I bet if we go to your Instagram, I see pictures of your kids. You know, doing some shit with the kids, playing in the yard, right? Like evidence of who you are. Stay home dad. Like it's going to reflect that. You got to be like, oh man, I'm a stock trader. Go there. All I see is Cancun, this and that. I don't ever see anything has anything to do with stock market. I'm like, really? Because if a guy's into weightlifting, you will see a picture at the gym. If he's into, whatever, video, at some point, you will see evidence of the shit that people think about all day long. So when I see a guy's like, oh, Gerald, you understand, man, I'm grinding. I'm out here trying to change things. I go look, and I'm like, I don't see that anywhere, sir. I don't see that anywhere. Let's see. Or maybe I do. Let's see. Now, that's not a 100% thing, but it is a thing. Let's see. Walmart. That's a good one. XLC communications. And you were talking about TMS. TMES is in communication sector. Yeah. Stage 2 breakout, bro. What is this worth? TMUS. 165. See? We got a trade. So we got 2 penny stocks. BHG. E-Man. And we got TUMS. These are all good setup stocks. So finding stocks is not your problem. Sticking with them is your problem. Not crying about it when they go down, but using it to your advantage. Wanting these stage ones because you live in the future. You're 6 months, 2 months. And if you're not, then just shorten your trading. Take your lumps and fucking get stopped out when it turns on you. If that's your thing, man. But you got to have clarity. Oh, man, we got to get rid of these guys. If anybody can interpret Islamic language, let me know. I don't know what they're saying, so I got to kick them out. Yeah, man. These bots follow me around, dude. These are my international fans, Gage. These are my brothers from another mother. This is the Money Flow International. I know they're coming after me, man. He said Islamic. I know it's Arabic, man. I know what the fuck it is. Let's see. Tea is on sale. Yep, it's on sale. I wouldn't add here, dude. I'd just let it drift lower. This is not, I mean, it's drifting lower, so. I'm watching today. This man said Islamic language. Oh. Well, in a way, they do kind of have their own language. Christianity has its own language, its own keywords, its own expressions. Most faiths have their own language. Football has its own language. There's plays and offensive routes and defense and quarterbacks and there's different languages. And golf has its own languages and customs and cultures, and fucking surfing has its own words, right? Everything has its own language. Islamic has a language. Let's see. What is the blue and red dotted line? Time to add. Let's look at HENC. I'll get out of here. These are all silly questions. If you're asking about a stock, you need to read my book. I'd wait. I'd wait on AGNC. See what it's going to do here. See what it's going to do. Okay, here we go. ARK is a good long term, and within 6 months, I say it'll be above 120. Except, sir, you actually don't know shit and don't have any idea of knowing that. Now, I agree with you. It is a good long-term play, for sure. But you actually don't know that. So when you say that, it's crazy town to somebody that studied the markets and the charts. Because if you could know that at all, ever, one fucking time, you could get really rich. All you gotta do is know with certainty one time. Right? You bet the farm on some triple leveraged whatever. Like, if you only gotta know 3 times, man, if you could be right 3 in a row, you can be a billionaire. You start with borrowed money, then 5, 10 exit, 100 exit. Like, so my point to that is nobody knows. So when you see Michael Saylor or myself or anybody that says, well, I think that's all bullshit, everything comes out. That's just an opinion. They don't know. They have no way of knowing. None. They can read things and they still have no way of knowing. Everyone thought Bitcoin was going to 100,000 and it did not go to 100,000 because they do not know. Now, ultimately, they may be right, and I do believe that assets drift up over time. That is true. But the time, we don't know. You guys didn't know I had such a big following in the Middle East. Let's see. Yes, simply an opinion. You know what they say about opinion, sir? I just state all that obnoxiousness to really drive that home. Always remember that. So once you can remember that, then you don't, these ups and downs of the market don't really mess with you that much because you kind of expect it and you kind of assume you don't know where it's going to go. And so then we can just come at this, look at the pattern and just be like, cool, I'm going to buy these and these. And in my trading, I'm going to sell out on these or close it down or downsize it, whatever your plan is. Or I'm going to look to buy stage ones and build it up. That's your 3 options. Pick one. You know, pick one. But if whichever one you pick with, have the courage to back up your own shit, you know. Have conviction for what you're doing. I'm talking to me. Like, I need to have conviction. How would it look? I come on here. If I did like most of my followers and just changed it up every time it didn't work out for me, like, that's how people do it, man. If I gave up every time they gave up, there'd be no books being sold. No fucking, like, stay the course. Stay the course, man. Yeah, have conviction in what you're doing. FUTU? Do the Bitcoin chart, sir. We want to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a stage 1. I would not buy today. I mean, little drip buys you could. I'll wait and see if this holds. Because if this breaks, it's going down in the 42 range, maybe 41. So our next downside target is right around this 42 range. And look, RSI is still technically not extreme. It could easily drop down into here, easily. And if it goes lower, if this doesn't hold, this box doesn't hold, this is the box, right? If that doesn't hold, the next target's right there. What about Luffy coin? Nobody gives a fuck about Luffy coin, sir. Nobody's even heard of that stupid coin. I hope the box doesn't hold. See, that's the power of conviction. You're like, man, I hope that shit comes down. That's a different player, man. That is when you have what I talked about today on Spaces about alpha code. That's alpha code shit. When you're like, dude, bring it down here. Bring it down here. You watched that video too, guys. Dude, when I watched that video by James, I was half listening and I saw the title and he got me because I was like, what? 1000%. And I click it and I didn't get it at first. Like I wasn't quite, I was half listening, half typing. And then he said, I think when I finally realized what he was doing, because again, I was half paying attention, he says, the white paper is so complicated that I read it 3 times and no human can understand it. That's when I was like, what? And I realized he was doing a parody. What about Crowcorn? Yeah, I like Square. I like all of these that are out of favor though, dude. So Square's a nice one. It's going down though. Don't buy today. I'd wait. She says Disney's about to break out. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. Technically, it is breaking out, but yep. Drop to 40. You guys are going to give people heart attacks. Yeah, Square's a no-brainer. Yeah, Square's setting up, but I would give it a minute. It's going lower, man. Once it goes back under the 5, I need to see that bottom hold. So back to Square. Our pivot low. So if I'm drawing this chart out, like here's our pivot low. I need 4 days. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. Now we can say, okay, there's a box forming. And then literally the next day, it's dropping out of it. Now there's a little bit of a gray area because this is our low and then our box. So it's kind of wide. This is, so I'm calling this the box. You're back out of the box now. So I would just give this a minute. Let it see if this holds. If it holds, maybe it forms another little stage 1 box before we get our turn. And you see them, right? That's a box. That's a box. And my man says, well, what if it's not the next one? Okay. There's another one. This is why you want to have, you don't want all your money in one position. Or you do a stop loss here. Don't cry about it. Take your losses and move to the side. Bam, you're stopped out. Move on. I mean, you got it one or the other. You don't get to do it both ways. You can't hold it and cry. If you got to figure out how you're going to play. And if you're holding it to play a bigger long term, well, you kind of need it to come down. And then I get people all the time, well, I'm all in and I don't have the money. You ever thought of having hope? You ever heard of that? Thinking positive? You ever heard of that? Or is that out the fucking window? So I didn't have any money either. I've been telling everybody that would listen to me on Instagram, I'm broke. I put all my money in cash into a beach condo. No money. And then my position goes from like $5,000 right here to whoop. Here you go, Gerald. Bunch of money. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And you'll say, yeah, but how'd you know that was going to happen? I didn't. So if you listen to my square talks, all that last, I'm yelling at people, stop saying that shit. It's not true. We receive money in ordinary ways. I believe that. If I don't believe that, I can't play this game. I don't know which stock's going to pop or go up first. But even if all of yours are going down, guess what? Some are going to pop and some are going to run. And if you have confidence in that, some will. And then guess what? You're going to trim them. You're going to roll that money back. And you work the portfolio, man. This is what so if I ever seem like I'm getting mad, it's because people's vision is too fucking short-sighted. And they're not positive. They're never positive. You should always be an optimist. This is so easy. It's the easiest time in the world to ever trade the stock market. You have no barriers. They don't charge you anything to play. It's so fucking easy. And people make it a big fucking ordeal. It's ridiculous. So what it got? Yeah, like, fuck, dude. So, and I have people, the guy that's buy and hope. No, it's not. It's called portfolio management. I own different kinds of stocks. They're going to go up at different times. Here's one. I didn't know it'd be today, but I fully anticipated it was going to 12, 13 bucks. Why? Well, let's check the price target on it. What was Taco? Same thing I use all the time, right? $12.30. Where did they take it private? $12.50. I just proved the money flow. It proved out in front of people. This is the number I'm playing for. This. That's the number I'm playing for. What number did they take it private? The number we're playing for. Which is what? The value of the stock. So once you understand value, right? Now what? Well, I want to buy it when it's cheap. So when was the best time? And I have this I have this all the time with people. They're like, oh, you're holding a, okay, all right, I get it. But where was the best day to have bought this stock? Right there, right? In looking back in perfect history, that was the best place. And if I showed this to you just as a stock, almost everyone says to me, oh, it looks like it's going down to me. Yeah, I'd get out of that. Would you? Okay, you get out. You get out. But this doesn't happen to them often. They're not used to winning over time because they haven't put any time in. There hasn't been a cycle. So you have to guard yourself from these people, man. You get people that are new in the market, you can't let them fuck up your mindset. And you definitely can't let them fuck with your trading system. And so sometimes I give it, well, he's arrogant. No, I'm not. I'm right. There's a big fucking difference. I'm not arrogant. I've done it. I've watched it. I've been doing it for years. And goes down, goes up, man. It's what they do. And if the stuff you hold is legit, that's why I'm like this thing that guy showed. Notice the chart difference. Let's see if we can find that one again. This is a super important lesson right here. There it was. Notice the chart on this. What is this? It's barely moving, right? Now notice as we flick through, the communication sector moves down, goes sideways, moves down, goes sideways, right? What are you seeing? Order price movement. What do you see in T-Mobile? You know, these long price moves, right? What is that? That's the money flow. Money flow is not about it just going up. It flows in, flows out, and moves. And the further it gets from true value of whatever it is, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's all perception, I get it. The further it gets from true value, the more valuable it comes. Not the more I should sell it. But you gotta come to this on your own, you know, your own fruition, whatever the word is. Let's see. That's different though. I know people say I wish I'd have bought more taco, but they really don't believe that. Because if I could show them a ton of stuff, like, oh man, I wish I wasn't in this. So it just changes, man. And I hope you see that about, if you trade with me in the money flow, I hope you see that about Taco. My point in showing it wasn't like to brag on it. That is luck. I don't know who's going to do that. I don't know. But I did know this is value, because that's the basic of my strategies. Figure out true value. And if I'm going to position trade it, I'm going to use stage ones to get more so that it gets to true value. You know, but here's the problem that that's not super fast. That's not a job. That's not printing money day in, day out. But as you have more and more assets, some shit's going to be going up, right? So where's TMT or where's TLT? Let's see. Some of you need to go to work, man. Now, clear something up. I took my triple leveraged account back to even ratio. Why? We'd gotten a big move up in bonds, and I was sitting pretty heavy in bonds here. We have now moved back to the 20, right? If we look at the other component of it, which is the UPRO, so I've been putting money back onto UPRO. Why? It's back at the 20. And if you look at the QQQ, it's back at the 20. So all three indexes that I'm using for the triple leveraged fund, and I own triple leverage in all three, are back to the 20. Bonds, the Qs, and the SPY. That shows a little bit of uncertainty. Maybe it rips higher, maybe it rips lower. I don't know. Don't really give a shit about guessing. I'm going to play what happens. So, everything's back to even ratio. Position sizing. Because I don't know, I need it 30, 30, 30. And then we'll see where it goes. Breaks off. Right? You know. So, hopefully the bonds will weigh in. So, I had taken some off over in here. Why? Because we got a little overrun. That worked out nice in the pullback. Now we're putting it back on. Why? Because prices looks to be headed back up. So I'm going to be fully long again. Now what if it rips lower? Well, then it rips lower. Hopefully when it does that, because the bonds are leveraged, you know, the bonds are going to go up and they're going to offset the rip lower. So anyway, that was something side. If you've been following along with that, if not, don't worry about it. If you don't already have a lot of shares, is there a point where you would buy T just for the dividends? How much are you buying? Is it Clifton? How much money are we talking about? You better not say $500. What are we talking? 200,000? 100,000? But I own T, and I own it for the dividends. How much are you thinking, sir? Is he still there? T isn't a good buy because they are in huge debt. That's true. So is Apple. Let's see. But T isn't a lot of debt. 100 shares. Come on, man. Now I'm not tying up $2,800 to have 100 shares of Apple, of AT&T to get a $38 dividend. I mean, if you're starting your dividend portfolio, I guess. But I mean, if you're telling me I'm buying it for like you're buying a big chunk, that's the way it made it sound. But it's not going anywhere though. So I mean, you gotta ask: is it, you know, is dividends the play? Is that your play right now? Yes, I would wait. I'm not buying any of this shit. That's why I haven't texted anything today. I'm not buying anything. I'm waiting. The market's on a teeter-totter here. It's Friday. We'll wait and see what Monday brings. I'm not buying shit. Let's see. Yeah, so Clifton says, I don't have a number. Well, without a number, I don't even have that intellectual game. Meaning you can't answer the question without a number. And also, like the reasoning, let's say you're 22 years old and you're like, should I put $2,000 in AT&T and then just leave it? Yeah, all right. I mean, you're going to collect dividends. Okay. You'll grow a little. Or you put that $2,000 into a hot dog stand and go make $30,000. That seems smarter to me. But now, if you got $1 million and you're like, hey, I just want to collect some money. I'm gonna park $100,000 in AT&T, and I'm gonna get me, or something like that, where you're gonna get $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. But to do it, that's not how I would do it. I would build a dividend portfolio of different stocks, because that's what I do. And AT&T is not going to go up, and your return is so tiny on the amount you're putting in that if your goal's not to own 1,000 shares or something, I don't know the point in buying it. Ooh. Let me pull it up. Not to say there's no point to not building. Let me give you an example. So these are some of my stocks, right? In my buy and hold. This guy says no, put into altcoins. See, that's why you don't know where people are or what they're trying to accomplish. Putting in altcoins would be extremely risky. But that may be the move. So these are stocks that I own, right? So as I go through here, I'm scanning. If I put, say, $300 into this account, what am I looking to do? I'm looking to put money into these stocks. Now, one thing I could do is set all the dividends to go to cash, and that'd be like, in this account, it's like $1,300 a month in dividends. So as these dividends hit, and I'm putting money in every week, I've got this pile of cash. And so what I start looking to do is allocate, right, in these stage ones. And the lower you go down the list, the smaller the share count, because these are newer buys, Like I just bought some S&P 500 on the low of the COVID thing just because I thought it was cheap, and I had $2,000 in my account or whatever it was, and I just bought it. I thought that was the best play for my $2,000. And I just bought it, like the bottom. I've just held it. And in this account, it's just a tiny amount, dude. Look, it's up 1,400, 77%, man. That was the best thing at that day for that money, in my opinion. I thought it was extremely undervalued. So I want to put that money to work in something that over time I think is going to appreciate. And at some point, I'll sell this. You just look to put that cash to work and everything, but maybe not. Maybe I just hold it. And every time stock market gets smashed, I buy a little SPY, and I just keep doing that. And I'm also watching Campbell's, and I'm watching, International Paper and Intel and Gilead and ARC and Ventura and Nucor Steel and Welltower and Walmart and Pfizer, right? And this is MFA is a mortgage broker, and then just watching these stocks, looking for stage ones, not for reasons to sell them, reasons to accumulate more of them. But I want to allocate that money. Now, if you look in BX, look, my position is huge. I don't want to add to that anymore. So I set those dividends to go to cash. So I can add, whenever it pays me, I'm going to throw a little bit on it, and it'll allow me to go down here and buy, 5 shares of this. This is in stage 1, so I'll go buy 5 shares. And as I just move forward, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for opportunity. And same in crypto, man. You're doing it the same way, and you're just building it out over time. Yeah, this is just one of 5 accounts, man. So, do you day trade? No. Everyone had asked me that question. The answer is no. I just sigh because I know you're going to lose all your money. Not to say I'm against day trading. If you are day trading, you go listen to my friend, the professor. But it makes me sigh. It makes me sad when people ask me that. Because I know why you're wanting to trade. And you wouldn't do it for free. You're only doing it for money. And I know if you won't do it for free, you'll never be good at it. See, I know that. So it makes me sad. What software do you use for stocks? Stockcharts.com. Let's see. Please send on Bitcoin. Let's see. Do you watch the Kardashians? What are your favorite software to use? Do you, sir, do you use Robinhood? I'm proud of you. Let's see. We're all proud of you. What's up, Mike? Hey, everybody. Juan Johnson uses Robinhood. So we could all give him a big clap. Let Juan know we're celebrating with him. He's here and using Robinhood. We're all happy for Juan. It's for you, Juan. All right, everybody calm down. Calm down. We appreciate you, Juan. We're happy for you as a group. We're all happy. You're using Robinhood. Let's see. Yeah, Ed's using Coinbase Pro. We're not going to cheer for that, Ed. That's not cheer-worthy, sir. What do you think about the union move on Starbucks? Union move on Starbucks. I think they make enough money, they can write that off on their taxes. That's what I think. That's what I think. Let's check on Starbucks. Well, so see, we all answered your question. Price did. Look, the stock went up. So nobody gives a fuck. Like, obviously. It's going up, dude. So what's the point of the question? What do you think about that on Starbucks? Well, looks like it. The market doesn't care. We're just going to use robots anyway. No, I don't know, man. We'll see. Oh, did you guys see my new... I'm playing around with voice videos. Let's see. You guys didn't even watch it, did you? Greedy bastards. Let's see. So all you guys on Instagram should go follow me on YouTube. Let's go to videos. Let's see our new video.
The money flow.
Nice. I gotta work
the flow of the market. And much like the ocean, money flows in and money flows out. And at times, it can seem like chaos. But out of that chaos, what if you could see? There's an old saying. It's hard to see the forest from the trees. Meaning we have to get above the treetop to see the big picture. And seeing the big picture is what the money flow trading system is all about.
Uh-oh. Did you hear that? Did you hear what it's all about?
Money flow trading system is all about. I've traveled America to talk with other people who love trading as much as I do.
A lot of those people in those towns were too busy to come see me. Oh, I'd like to come see you, but my nephew's having a whatever. Oh, okay. Sorry. Go to your nephew's thing, the guy you see all the fucking time. Don't come see me.
One of the great things about trading is that it can be done from anywhere, any location on earth. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need 5 or 6 computer monitors. You can do it with a phone. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a suit. You don't need to understand complicated technical jargon. But you will need a desire to win, a desire to be successful. And sometimes you just need a little help. And I believe that I can help you.
I think I can.
I've helped thousands of people all over the world get a better understanding of this.
Nice. That's just playing around. They'll get a lot better. That's called practice. They go, how do you do? Practice, bro. You're going to watch me practice it right in front of you. So I'll make the next one better and better and better. I'll push them out. I'll do another one. I'll push it out. I'll do another one. And then I'll try it. And then, if it don't work. You know what people usually get out of that? Is they usually tell me, if you were to turn down the blah, 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 blah. Now, they don't have a video out, but they'll start telling you how to do yours. Start critiquing you. They'll be like, but what about, blah, blah, blah. That's what they start doing. That's all right. Starbucks looks good, though, man. Plenty of room to the upside. Let this run. Yeah, I was just playing around. And that was one take, one shot. I didn't write it down. I just said, hey, 2 minutes, explain the money flow to me. And that's what I came up with off top of my head. So, like, when you're engrossed in something, that's how it works. Like, what you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. And that's what comes out of your fucking mouth. It's what comes out of your life. Gives evidence. People get in your car and you're like, oh, shit, let me move this trading book. And they were like, which one of your books should I buy? All of them, dude. What the fuck kind of question is that? If you don't know everything in all of them, buy all of them. Well, what book should I buy on all of them? Which one on Amazon? All of them. Well, how much should I invest? All of it. Like, why choose less? I don't understand. Like, that's a way of thinking, though. That's the money flow in you. And they were like, so I bought a house in New Orleans. I'm already like, fuck, dude. I should buy this whole building. This ain't enough. I need the whole building. Maybe the whole block. How do I buy the whole block, kick everybody out? And you're like, that's crazy talk. I know, right now it is. But that's how you get to that, right? Same in trading, man. Let's see. How about stage 1 in coin? Yep. I'm just playing on those, man. Trying to hopefully motivate people in the sense they're like, man, this dummy does it. I can do it. Let's see. Oh, man, let's just remove this guy from... Uncle G, how do you think about Facebook, Microsoft Future? Yeah, I'm in the VR. Coin, look at this. This is a perfect money flow pattern. It's not a stage 1 yet, though. It tried, but, well, it could be. Yeah. As long as you're cool with the long term on this is a buy. You see the pattern, though, right? That's the pattern. Right there, dude. Perfect. Comes down. You know what to do here, right? You start buying. Starts to go sideways. And the guy says to me, what if it's not the last one? Buy the next one? So, I don't know what to tell you. You either buy the next one or you set stop losses. That's your options. The fear of this being the last one does not keep me out. I plan to trade this stock for the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years. Coin is a fucking phenomena. It's like Hood. It's like Uber. It's like Roku. It's like Square. It's like PayPal. These are incredible assets. and you want to be greedy on these kind of assets when other people aren't. I'm not talking, you can learn other strategy. You could learn to put in puts. And when you get this year, you buy a put. And so you play the money flow to the downside with puts, and you play the upside with shares. Like, the market will meet you where you want it to be. It'll do for you what you want it to do. And it may be different than what I want it to do. I'm at a different place in life. I'm 51, you know? And a lot of people are like, you don't know about NFTs? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, because I have a lot of shit going on. I would do 2 podcasts, YouTube channel, Twitter lives, like all this shit, dude. There's only so much room in my brain, right? That's what I depend on. That's the whole point of having an organization. Other people can do research on shit. Other people can be on the lookout for stocks. Other people can remind you as a group, as a like-minded group, hey, look at coin. And your response isn't to go to the negative because you have negative shit in your life. Your response is to stay on track with them. Like that's the whole point. That's what we're here. That's what I'm here for, to help you, to remind you, and you to me. You know? Well, you got to be open to that, man. That's the power of groups. I don't even see it as averaging down, but I get that. That's mathematically what's happening. But I have people tell me, catching a falling knife. No, fuck you. You're catching a falling knife. I'm buying a stage 1. You call it that. I don't call it that. And they were like, well, that's arrogant. No, that's my system. Do you mind if I fucking defend it for a second? You go do you, man. It's not arrogance. Truth is not arrogance. If you've decided something's true, that's not arrogant. It's arrogant if you're, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a big difference to me. Confidence is, and a lot of people that are overly confident are often considered arrogant by other people who have no confidence, who believe in nothing. They haven't spent 20 years doing it. Like, so no, I don't expect them to have the same confidence, right? But you better surround yourself with like-minded people. Let's see. Most people avoid that people, man. You start talking about getting rich, people will change the conversation. Most people cannot even have the conversation. They don't even have the sluggiest fucking clue what you're talking about. Let's see. Where's Oof. I like DraftKings here, though, man. I like DraftKings. I like it. Good afternoon. Sorry I'm late to class. People have been talking about, did you mention that that's going to be an awesome coin? Dude, nobody even knows what you're saying. What you think of shorting SFT? All right. I rarely get asked the short question. SFT. You want to short this, sir? This is when you should have shorted it. I'd be covering that short right now. I'd be short there. And right in here, I'd start taking profits. Now, what am I waiting for? It to move up. So I'm going to start closing down the trade. I'd be down to 50%, and now I caught another little bump. Good. Let it go. And on the next stage 1, you got to cover more of the short, and it's the exact opposite as a buy. You learn the money flow. You know how to do this. So obviously you don't have my book, or you wouldn't ask that. But you could have, but it's already extended, bro. I can't do a short. You're literally buying the RSI. So you're like the guy buying the high. You're shorting into the low. You should have been shorting over here, man. Right there is when you short. Hope everybody got that. It's the opposite. It's bipolar. It's the opposite. Money flow gang. What's up on your thoughts on Square? We don't need to look. It's a great chart, stage 1. What are your favorite utility stocks? That's easy. Duke. I'm with you on that. Southern Electric, and Edison, because I own those. ED, DUK, SO, and FE. Just so you don't think I'm bullshitting. SO is one of my top 3 holdings. And I'm sitting on about 15 G's. And this one, I got about 19 of Duke. And where's FE? I had about 6,000 FE. So in that little sector, that's what? $30-something thousand position. And then I got a trade on right now in utilities. That's my second largest trade right now, which is UTSL. So I love utilities. There we go. Juicy. Oh, you meant it's been shorted. Well, Whipple's here. What's up, Whip? We're looking at utilities. So if we're looking at Duke, do the do with Duke. Nice little move. Kind of a breakout, kind of not. But you see the money flow pattern, right? See it? Up, over, down, right? Up. So that's that, right? We want to buy these ones. So really, I mean, these are the last stages of buying Duke. If I was a buyer of Duke, this is the high as I want to be buying it. Like any higher than this, and I'm not a buyer. Why? Because it's gone too far for me. I want to be buying down here, right? I want these big moves down. I want to be a buyer into this sell-off. I mean, that is it. Be greedy when other people are fearful. That's fear. That is a fear gauge. This is velocity. This is an oscillator. Measures the velocity of price. Tells you when. It doesn't necessarily mean it's done going down, but it does mean it has gone too far too fast. And usually by the time we start reevaluating, looking at the news, reading earnings, bringing in the fundamental analysis and people commentating on it and things get it tends to start drifting back, man. And those lows stay lows. So when it sells off, what do we expect? It stopped where it stopped before. On the way up, where do I expect it to stop? Where it stopped before. And then the next one, probably right around in here. So if I'm swing trading that, there's the buy right there on the breakout, right? Where's the target? 106. Where's the stop go if I'm swing trading it? Right there. You see how the nature of the money flow changes based on the outcome. So if I'm swing trading, I got to have rules. I got to have an entry. I got to have a target. And I've got to have an exit. And by exit, I don't mean getting out with money. I mean getting the fuck out when it goes against you. If you're trading and that's what your goal is, then you got to implement that. But don't cry when it goes against you. You put the order in. You set the stop. You told it to activate. So if it hits it, good. And if you can't think that, then you can't trade. You don't have the fucking mindset. It's like being a boxer and they punch you and you're like, oh, why'd you hit me? Like you got in the ring. So if you want to be a trader, you have to be cool with that. Getting stopped out, get right back in. And if that bothers you, then you adjust your trading. And when you adjust your trading, you take on more risk. And take on more risk, in my opinion, you get more reward. I don't know any better way to express that, to explain it. I don't know. And I don't think that conflicts with any of my short-term trading friends. It doesn't. Both of those can coexist. That buying and holding works, and that day trading can work. Both of those coexist. Just like you can collect rent from a trailer park, you can collect rent from a parking space. Both of those coexist. You can own an apartment building. You can own a single. Both of those coexist and are both true. And they both have their own unique risks and their own unique rewards. And it's not a matter of one being better than the other. It's what are you suited to do? What is your mindset? What comes natural to you? What will you do for free? And if there's any moment where, if I got 5 losers in a row, I'm done. Well, then don't fucking trade. You're wasting your time, ours, theirs, and you're wasted your money buying the book. Because that's going to be a common thing in your life if you're a short-term trader. You take a lot of hits in order to catch big wins. And this, I always know when I'm talking to a dummy when he's like, well, what's your win percentage? It doesn't work like that, dude. You could have 90 fucking % win, but if you don't have portfolio managed, the 10% you lose wipes you out. So you had a 90% winning rate and lost all your money. You could also have a 10% win rate, meaning 90% of the time you're wrong. And when you're right, you make so much money, it doesn't even matter. That's called angel investing, right? You only got to get it right a couple times. But those people have clarity around that. Most people are in a world of chaos and smoke. They're not clear. They're not clear. That's the whole point of that money flow journal, man. Clarity. That's what I wanted people to do in that. Write it down. So you'd be super clear. I think we got some in. Hold on. Yeah, look. Oh, yeah. We got more back, man. I meant to tell the group that. We got more of them in. That's not for you to journal your feelings. I don't want to hear how your Aunt Nancy's fucking making you feel sad. That's not for this. Okay? Don't write that shit in here. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. Oh, my sister, she gets everything. Nobody wants to hear that. Don't put that in here. That's not what this is for. This is for you plotting your future, man. The tickers you're watching, write that shit down. When you see something inside of the money flow, come over here and write this down. And write it out to yourself and go, okay, this is a trigger. And an entry for me is when price sells off into a stage 4. Write that down. Don't write about your cousin Carol. She didn't invite me to her birthday and I'm sad and my kids don't get to. Nobody gives a shit about any of that stuff. The market doesn't care about anything going on in your life. None. At all. Not one little bit. So don't bring that shit in here, man. Do this on top of that. In spite of all of the shit that's happening in your life right now, do this game. And you're not going to do that if you don't stay on top of it or surround yourself with like-minded people. That's what this is about, man. Go buy that journal. If you're not scared. Yeah. I had a guy send me one. He got autographed by Lamborghini, the inventor. Lamborghini. How cool is that? He signed my money flow group. I told him, if you love me, you would have immediately sent it to me. He didn't even think about that. I could have put it on it could have been on my YouTube show that I got coming up. And instead, no. He's greedy and kept it for himself. Should have said, sir, I'm going to need you to sign a second one. Why would I curse you out? Teddy, we did this live just for you. To motivate you. This live is just for you. Go get this. And write that in there. And in the beginning, in the very front, right, whatever you think about, come about. Whatever you focus on, grows. Write that shit in the beginning. And then write this on a page. What is that? Burning it in your mind, man. And all these truisms, just write them in there. Don't put any of that other shit. Oh, I missed my workout today. Nobody cares. Like that's just undisciplined. Don't write all that stuff. You got to write what's going to keep you. Today on that Twitter live, I talked about 8 words. I am, I can, I will, I believe. And then there's the opposite. I can't, I won't, right? I will not, and I don't believe. And somewhere, like we all kind of swing back and forth to those. We're bipolar. One day we're 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Next day, I don't know if this is going to work. My girlfriend, don't ever do that, dude. Don't ever contact me, text me, DM me, and waste my precious time on planet fucking Earth listening to some sniveling bullshit about my girlfriend will not. If it starts with that, or my boyfriend, or any of that, stop. Stop wasting. Don't make me read that, dude. If you have any love for me at all, never do that. Just disappear. Fucking, I hate that shit, man. It makes me sad for you. Don't do that. Just go away. Keep your dignity. Keep your dignity, man. People give it up so easy. Oh, I want to be a trader. I've been losing for 2 years. Good. As soon as you start living like you deserve it, maybe that'll line up. Let me see your trade log. Well, I ain't got a trade log. I know. Because if you wrote that shit down, printed off all your trades, circled your entry, wrote over here why, what's your catalyst, what do you think the true value? If you sit there and map that out on stock after stock, instead of running your stupid filters, you know what would happen? All of a sudden, you'd know stocks. You'd see it, like you'd see them, like you'd see it. Like it would just become part of your being. Right? Stage 1s. You know what I get? Well, I don't trust the stage 1. It might not be the last one. No shit. Because we don't know. Like you're just now figuring that out? Yes, of course we don't know. The fact that you're looking for certainty means you don't know. You haven't figured it out yet. Nope, there is none. Look. Even there was a tiny one. Look at this. Look how this moves. And people think because there's patterns that somehow allows a prediction. I don't believe that at all. I just believe price has memory and it goes to where it was before. Call it prediction, Call it what you want to call it. It'll go there because it's been there. And if it gets through there, guess where it's going? Where it was before. And it'll go there and stop. You know? And then we add these other indicators in to make the game, you know, to give us what? Just a little nuance. We just want to tweak it just a little. It's like shooting a gun and putting a scope on it. You still kill a deer, but man, when you get that scope on, you can just zoom it in. That's what this comes about. The 5 days to zoom it in, the 10 days to zoom it in, the 20 days to give us very quickly with just one look. Oh, wow, I can see where the stock's been. Over the last month, the price is higher than the last 20 days of trading. That's what that green line tells you. This green line tells you so much. Look, price is above the average price of the last 20 trading sessions. What does that mean? It means it's going up. It's bullish, right? And if it's below it, what's it mean? It means it's going down. Man, oh man. Don't buy hood yet, though. Don't buy hood yet. Oh, Mike, what's up, man? I see you playing chess and getting beat. I tried to call you the other day, bro. It was no big deal. I was going to send you this link to get on the podcast, and I'm going to start doing this section where I just ask some traders, like ask the trader, and it's just like one question, you answer it, I drop you into the podcast. And we could ask a couple different people, probably get a couple different perspectives, and then back to mine, right? So I think that's kind of cool. So if you're free this weekend, I'll probably drop you a link, and it'll only take a few minutes, bro. So that's it, man. My goal is never to pick on anybody. It's to inspire everybody. Yeah, you get that too, Matt. So that way I can ask you some CPA questions. Do not buy it. Yeah, I would not buy it hood just yet. We want to buy it unless you're just, if it's low enough for you, buy it. You don't give a fuck. If you're just like, I like it. If you like it, just buy it. But I'd rather be a buyer than a seller. Put it that way. But to me, it's not set up yet. Yeah, just download that Anchor app, bro, and I'll send it to you. Also, if you guys are on that podcast, if you can send me voice questions via the Anchor app. I don't quite know how you do it on your end, but I had people do that, so I'm going to drop them into a Q&A thing, and that's kind of cool. So I can bring in, I mean, don't do it if you don't want your voice on the podcast, because you will be on there, and then I might answer it. So it's kind of cool how we can bring it in. I like it. All right, man. You guys be good. I got to go. I won a bunch of toys. I didn't mean to win them. I got mad. I was doing an auction, and I kept getting outbid. And then I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm going to make this guy pay for it. And I took it to $40, and I won. Backfired. It's like Wolverine. They're still in the box. Toys in the box. They're not that old. I think they're worth probably $6, $7, $8 each. I got like 6 of them. So I didn't overpay, but I didn't get a deal. I'm probably going to give them away as a contest. Well, only got $300 for my food stamps is worth the bet. Right. Now, if I was trading food stamps, I'd put it all in Bitcoin. That's just me. If I was trading on food stamps or on government assistance, I would just put it all into Bitcoin. What's the ticker of the day? Zynga. Zynga. That Return of the Jedi lunchbox was cool, but it didn't have the I go to this estate sale all the time. It's an ongoing auction, and based on the people that pass away is the different kinds of things that you can bid on. But you have to pick them up locally, and you have to do it within 2 hours of the auction. So anything you bid on yesterday, you have to pick it up today, or you don't get your money back, or you get the item. So you got to be kind of local. Sometimes you get some deals, man. What is trading food stamps? Really? You don't know what that is? Oh, Michael's still in it. I'm still in it too, bro. Let's see. Let's look at it up. Oh, that's Halliburton. Halliburton looks beautiful too. Look at that. Where's the target? $26, baby. Look at that stage 1. God, dude, look at this. Look at this chart. I don't even trade this. Look where it stopped. Right where it stopped before. This area in here. So remember, it's not science. It's just general areas. Created a box. There's your breakout day. There's your stage 2. Where's your target? Probably right around in here. Now, for me, is it worth more than $26? They come back and say, yeah, it's worth about $32. That's my edge. Expectancy of price going higher because it's an asset. If I'm swing trading, I got to put some stops. And as your profit goes higher, you can put a stop on half. You don't put a stop on the whole thing. I mean, you work those little nuances out, how you want to work them. But don't change them every other day. Shit. Like, give it time to work. No, we're not. Uber's not a buy. So let's do Hasbro. That was Halliburton. That looks good, man. Where is... Yeah, so, man, this is stage 3. So this is probably close to done. What is it on, let's pull up Tiprex. I think I had a 113 target on it, didn't I? That's the only problem with being 51. Your brain will lock up sometimes. I literally cannot remember the ticker. All right, so this is under 15%. Often if I'm swing trading it, this is done. I'm going to downsize it to like less than half, maybe even that. You know, I got in there on the breakout. First target, previous high. We banged it. RSI was hit. You know, you may have been out down here. That's a completed swing trade. That's the swing trade. And if you're truly swing trading, you're probably out over here. Now, you could be back in again, right? But look. The upside's not near as much as the upside down here. So you see where I talk about bread and butter, it's below that 200. A quality asset below that 200 is way more likely to be a winning trade down here, in my opinion, than up here. Or at least more interesting to me because of the value proposition. Because down here, if it goes lower, cool, I might want to buy some more. Up here, the asset's pretty close to valued. You know, so kind of changes the dynamic of the trade. If you're talking it out, talking out loud, looking at it and pinning on your perspective and how you're coming at it. But if the goal is the swing trade, boom, 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 it's probably time to roll or get ready to. Look, it rejected the previous high. I would take it down. I have it in my buy and hold and I'm swing trading it and I've been taking it down in the swing trade. So, see how we went through that, man? That's how you got to be thinking to yourself. Let's see. Now, my man says, I don't want to buy this stage 1. What if it's not the last one? Okay, goes to another one. We're not playing that. We're playing up here, bro. We're playing for that game. So you just got to define that before you get in it. That ABB. I know I got this in my buy and hold too, man. I wish I was swing trading. I got out. So this is one where I got out of the swing trade. Now look at it. Now look at it. So looking at it today, up here, where was the best time to buy it? Right here, right? Which is what all these growth stocks look like. Big sell-off. We wait. Price goes sideways. Remember, we need to go sideways, wait to the moon. That's it. That's the money flow. And then look, where did it stop? Where it stopped before. Goes up, stops. And then when it breaks through that, where's it going? Next one. You know, man. That's a beautiful chart, bro. God bless. This is a runaway, too. Go analyze this. Look on the nuance of this. See this day right here? It's holding a box that was created. Once you trade this for a minute and you get better and better and better at this, those days, if you did your job right, took some off at the previous high, took some off on the RSI. Now you're at a half position. You can wait. So when the market opens down big, you're like, don't panic. You already took some off. You're at half position. Let's see what happens. And then it comes right back into the box, which is stupid bullish. Any of those off and then back in, that's the most bullish of signals, man. Jesus. Man, I'd let that run. How many shares you got, Doc? I mean, if you got a man-sized position, I would definitely take some off. But if not, I'd let it run. If I had a smaller position, smaller my position, more likely I'm going to let it run. If I have a lot, I'm more likely to take some off. But man, it's hard not to lock that in. I got the same dilemma with Pfizer right now. That is beautiful. We hate to cut our winners off. Sometimes we'll start cutting our winners out of fear of losing them. As long as you're doing it out of a fear of opportunity, meaning, oh, I need that money. I could buy some DraftKings. I could buy this. I could get into PayPal. I could add to Square. Like if that's why you're thinking it, then that's a good move. If you're thinking it because, shit, I lost all this other money over here. I don't want to lose this too. Now you're trading out of fear, making decisions out of fear. And that is not the money flow at all. So you got to ask yourself where it's coming from. I know where it's coming from with you, but I'm talking these guys. These non-money flow gang members. The lost sheep. The lost sheep of the internet. Wow, look at this chart. Look at this chart. How many people hated this stock? Look at that. And you say, well, man, I don't know, man. It might let me down. You're not head faking me, baby. I'm not buying that breakout. That's unfortunate. I wish you loved the money flow like I did. Didn't even give a fuck if it went back down. All right, whatever. It's Pfizer. Okay. Whatever, But this is what bottoms look like. They all look the same. Nokia. All right, civilian. It's NOK. Better learn these gang. Get you killed in prison, bro. Using the wrong word. Don't come in with a money flow gang tattoo either. You're not in it. I will have to cut you. There we go. He's a civilian. You use the whole word. I always know when I'm talking to civilians, they don't use tickers. They'll be like, hey, Gerald, what do you think about Apple Computer? And I'm like, who? And if you have them write it, they'll write the whole thing. A-P-P-L-E, incorporate it. It's not it. Let's see. Civilians. Use fire. He said use fire. How long do you wait in stage 1 to ensure confirmation? A minimum 4 days, sir. Ideally, I'd like to see price move above the 5-day moving average. We can debate that. If you're cool with it, continuing, I like to see that price move. That's not 100% assurance because you see it here, and it kind of comes back, and then we see it again. So for me, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So let me give you an example. Look at Zynga. Okay, I don't want to do shit every day just to do shit, okay? Like doing nothing is sometimes the play. So like today, I'm not doing anything. I bought Zynga here. We added, it started to move. I added a little more. Now it's going the other way. We haven't broke this low. Life's still okay. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm not adding here. I'd rather add down here, or I'd rather add in it going in my direction. So, and what I mean by is 4 candles holding a pivot low on an extreme. So there's your pivot low. There's your extreme, right? And I'm looking now for a box. And for me, a box is 4 days. So that's the earliest. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. And probably in here, because it's moving above the 5, we could add these. We just pull them over because they're inside of that. I'm good with that being a stage 1. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm good with that. And we just need to be constantly constructing that. I would have been drawing one over here. Like, you need to constantly be looking for your box. Zynga pattern, same as spade. They're all the same. They're all in the same shitty, unloved sector. These are, the stock market hates these stocks. Yes, same. There you go. My man's watching close enough. He sees the pattern. So we're all in the same shitty sector stocks. These are not popular stocks right now. Utilities are going up. What does that tell you? We got dividend stocks going up. Growth stocks still coming down. We went over DS. Pardon my interruption. Is there a hard copy version of the money flow? Yes, sir. Don't order it from Amazon. They got too much money. Yes, there is. Click the bio link, man. You can get a hard copy. I'll even sign it for you. I'll even sign it. Boss Up Chopper. Yeah, I don't know why anybody's scared of interest rates rising. It's so dumb. I know they are, but it's so dumb. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything. Everyone's going to keep doing the same shit. Like, nothing changes because of that. Yes, sir. That's it, man. You guys get to work. It's Friday. I wanted to talk as much as I could today. Stay positive. Take the weekend off. Relax. Go blow a bunch of money. You deserve it. Take a break. What stock is this? Space. Yeah, I'd give these a minute, man. We may be going lower. I don't know. You guys be good, man. Have a great weekend.